Hey everyone, I'm Lzzy Hale from Halestorm, and right now you're watching Phase Magazine. Yeah. I am so excited to be back. The tour's going well. Really, it's our third show on the tour, and we're just stoked because we've been in the studio and songwriting mode for a little while. Pretty much since December 15th, we haven't been on tour, so it's just it's just so crazy to be in front of people, and for having that be such a huge part of our life, it's strange to be away from it, so we're happy to be here.
In the daylight, I'm your sweetheart.
Oh, just gigging everywhere and anywhere, and let's see what else happened. We did a cover EP. We recorded that. We also recorded a song for This Is Your Life, which is a Ronnie James Dio tribute album for his Stand Up and Shout Cancer Fund, and so that was a lot of fun. Got to meet a lot of crazy people. I got to meet some of my idols this year, which was awesome. So got to be pretty good friends with Tommy Kiefer from Cinderella, and a lot of those older cats. It's literally, I have what my guitar player calls a gaggle of 80s rocker guys that are in my phone, and they text me a lot, and it's kind of funny. It's awesome.
Good girl gone bad, my poison is your remedy.
Well, we have a lot of great new songs. We've kind of been writing them as we go, even out here, and we've actually been kind of trying out some stuff as far as on stage, just using all of the UK as guinea pigs right now. But it's exciting. We've just been to kind of crack the code as to what we need to do next, and still haven't quite nailed down a producer yet, but it's exciting. We're getting to do a third record, and we realize how kind of rare that is for a lot of bands, and so we're lucky to be able to be doing it. Well, thank you very much. I'm honored to be on your Dream Festival lineup. On mine, man, I would just want to be able to see the guys that I haven't really seen yet. Foo Fighters would have to be on there. Let's see, who else? Let's see, yeah, Foo Fighters, to maybe the Avenged Sevenfold guys, because I love them to death. And I don't even care if we're on it, but I would like to be on it just so we can play it together. But I can just kind of be in the audience and watch. And then who else? Let me think. Let's throw in an oddball. Let's throw in Pink, because I think she could actually hold her own there. Oh man. There's a couple goals by the end of the year. First, release a record. Secondly, I need to exercise more and maybe drink less. That kind of both goes hand in hand. And let's see, my guitar player and I are doing this kind of lick of the day thing with each other, whereas we're kind of helping each other become better musicians. So hopefully I'm a better guitar player and I look fabulous. And what was the first one? I can't remember. Oh, put out a record. Yeah, that's important too.
She's up all night to the sun, I'm up all night to get some.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, there definitely will be. We're already kind of making plans because we want to do the next one a little differently. Maybe have a few guest appearances in the next one, but definitely planning on it. I think it's fun for us, and it also helps us kind of step outside of our normal boundaries that I think that we put around ourselves, and we learn something new, and then that starts inspiring us for new songs and the next record and everything. So it'll definitely be fun.
The legend of the Phoenix.
Let's see, there's a band actually about to release a record. They're from the States, and they're called New Medicine. And they have a new lineup now, and it's just an amazing new record. Nobody's heard it yet, but we got to listen to it because we're friends, and is just really incredible, and I can't wait for them to release. What do we get up to on the tour bus? Pretty much anything, especially in Europe and in the UK. Trouble seems to find us. Let's see. Now, usually a telltale sign of that is my guitar player has a cowboy hat that only really comes out when it's time to party. So, so we'll see. That hasn't quite happened yet, but it's only the 3rd day of the tour, so we'll see.
All ends with beginnings.
With my designing of clothes and jewelry, that kind of started way back in the day, where I would just kind of make stuff for me and for my guys, because we would go into these stores and we'd see like a pair of jeans for like $300, and the only difference would be a normal pair of jeans, but it would have like a leather patch on it, you know? Like, so I told the guys, I'm like, well, I have a sewing machine, I could totally do that. So I would start making them clothes and jewelry, and you know, they still recruit me for that too. It's like, that's never gonna stop. But then slowly but surely started to kind of then make certain things custom for some of my friends in the business, and you know, maybe a band member here or there, some band that we were touring with. And then started making some stuff for fans, and then I got hooked up with a wonderful group of people that that literally they just get stuff done. I am able now to make everything on my site, which is scissorhappy by LzzyHale.com. Everything on my site I handmade, but when I give it to these people, they find out how to duplicate it exactly, which is just some form of magic that I do not possess. So it's just amazing. Like, I can give them something that's a little crudely made, as in like it looks great, but it'll have like a little bit of a sharp edge on the back of it from where I was trying to like put it together, or a little glue, and they'll give it back to me and it's completely clean and everything's great, and there's a bunch of them to be sold. So awesome. Right now I just released just a kind of a 4-piece launch line, and I'm about to release more. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm on the train that's pulling the sick and twisted.
It's a little scary, actually. How do I feel when I'm empowering rock chicks? I think it's really cool. We have a lot of girls coming to our show now, which really only in the past few years have we really seen like this just huge boom of girls coming to the rock shows, and a lot of them little girls, and they're starting, you know, bands, and they're starting to play guitar, and it's just really cool to see, because I feel like I have a whole lot of hope for the next generation. And it's like, you know, if our shows are any indication of, you know, the movement of female rockers coming into the scene, prepare for the revolution, because it's totally happening. And I don't know, to me, I as far as being an influence, I always err on the side of honesty, and it's like, you know, I'm definitely going to make mistakes and maybe tweet 1 or 2 things, or put something on Facebook that I maybe shouldn't have. But at the same time, it's, you know, you kind of have to own up to that stuff. And nearly everything that has gone on with me has gotten out there at some point in time. So all you can do is hope that you touch people in a certain way that is positive and helps them move on in their life. So.
If you're a freak like me, wave your flag.
Oh wow. I've talked about that actually with a couple of my peers. We'd love to do this together. We want to, you know, create kind of like a female supergroup-esque thing, but the problem is that we're all really busy, so we would all have to actually be off tour at the same time, so it would probably never happen. But I've talked to Orianthi, and I've also talked to Emma from Sick Puppies, and let's see who else. Oh, Jen from Skillet.
Amy?
Who else have we talked? Oh, obviously Amy. Yeah, just like Amy, we have to do something together. But it would be just a lot of fun to get everybody together, and there's a lot more of us than meets the eye. So we even talked about, we're like, well, we're gonna have to have rotating groups, because, you know, there's gonna be end up like 20 people on the stage. But that'd be a lot of fun to do.
Down at the rock show, you'll be right.
They definitely were. although the original inspiration or the reason that I ended up writing the song was actually came from a fan, from a letter from a young girl. Her name is Allie, and she was following us for a long time, and she ended up giving me this beautiful letter telling me about her first rock show, which was a Halestorm show, and how it changed her life. And she plays guitar in a band now, and she found what she wanted to be that night. And I ended up kind of living vicariously through her for that song, and kind of remembering what it was like for me to be 13 and really want to do this, and to the point where everything else came second. So it definitely came from life experience, but the great thing about having such a personal relationship with a lot of the people that follow us is that you're able to kind of relive those moments over and over again. You know, every time that you go up on stage and you see these people in the front row and they're just having the time of their life, and or you hear these stories about how much it meant to them to come to the show. And it's just wonderful to be a part of that. I feel like as the years go by, and with each record they get a little bit more personal, I'm getting more and more comfortable talking about some things that maybe I wouldn't have. Like, for instance, on the first record, I think I was a little safe with a lot of things that I was talking about. Some of it was personal, but I kind of hid behind a veil of you know, sexual innuendo, and make sure there's a lot of empowerment in there, which I do feel constantly. And I think it's an important outlet to make sure that you turn something maybe that was negative in your life into something positive in a song. That's the way I deal with my problems. It just so happens that everybody gets to hear them. But really, I mean, let's see. One of the most personal ones on the last record, which was on our deluxe edition, kind of came at the last minute. It was called "Hate It When You See Me Cry," and that one was kind of opened the floodgates for me. I'm looking at the I'm probably a contradiction of myself, because I am both. I feel like I am capable of anything, and I am strong, but I'm also a hindrance to myself. So let's see, 3 words. I have to talk this out here. See, even now I have to talk to myself to actually figure this out. So let's see. I can be quite cantankerous. I'm also a contradiction. But contrary to popular belief, I actually do try to be a nice person. So I try to be nice, but yet I'm cantankerous, and then yes, and then I'm a contradiction as well. So yeah, I'm a complicated person. Thanks for having me.